Oh, that shoot was intense because it was the last day that I worked on the film on set, and it's gonna be the last scene of the movie, and it was just a great kind of like finishing climax to the whole kind of experience of working on the film.
It was cool, to get all these kids involved who were all sort of gung ho and supporting the film. I don't know. I've never ridden in a semi before. That was cool. I wish I could have got up in the helicopter, but that didn't work out. Joe didn't want to take me up there. He thought, if the helicopter would have crashed, he would rather have, sacrificed his life, saving mine. It was fun. It was an exciting day. We did a lot. Helicopter up there. I was sort of like calling Joe while he's in the helicopter. He was sending me texts while I'm in the semi just to get these shots, of Don and I, sort of driving together to show what that life was like.
Don, you're going to get to be like a real Hollywood actor tomorrow. You're going to get to learn how to drive a semi. And I was like, what? Maybe a little bit louder than that, higher than that. And then a little bit further down the line, there was a pretty good turn in the freeway. And I asked Louis and said, okay, now just see that truck up ahead there? Now slow down to that speed, otherwise you're going to flip it. And then when you put on the brakes, remember to put them on easy, otherwise you're going to go through the windshield. And just keep it between the white lines and the trailer will follow. Okay, okay. Joe and Kevin were up in a helicopter doing the aerial shots of the semi. So there it was kind of like, okay, they're risking their life in a helicopter, then risking their life in a semi. That was an interesting night for those guys.
Oh God, the extras. That was wild. It was exciting when we first, because we didn't have the extra scenes till about midway through the shoot. So the crew was already kind of used to each other, but then we show up at the school and we have a lot of kids to deal with and a lot of extras. 'Cause I think a lot of them were early high school age. So we had to kind of deal with that kind of energy.
I think they were committed just because, it was summer for one and it's a fun experience for them. But just the message of the movie and that it was a teen movie in Minnesota is very exciting, and emotion, I guess, into it. It's not like, oh yeah, extra call for a California film that's shooting at a mall in Minnesota. It was actually homegrown, which I think is really important.
They were committed, not only because they wanted to be in a film that is a good film, but also because this film has a great message, and I think they understood that, and they want everybody to understand that as well.
Joe did his best to really get everybody seen on camera, and I think that's good. He really made them feel like, they were a part of this movie. And, I've been extra on a number of sets throughout the years, and they really kind of treat you like cattle. And so I really appreciate Joe, treating everybody with respect.
Party scene to be on set for, I guess. It's a couple days of the scene, but everyone kind of doing their lines and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. It's a funny scene to watch, so it was a really great scene to be behind and watching the takes on.
When Ben Dempsey is, and the prank war going on in that, I think is just hilarious. And Ben Dempsey is such a comedic actor. He just, I don't know, it's just hilarious to watch.
Watching Perry and Brian throw each other into the pool time and time again, and I don't know, the 4 or 5 of us girls walking past Perry, I don't know, I think we did it about 10, 15 times. It was just one of those embarrassing, hilarious moments that totally happens in high school. And it's just, I love that Joe actually wrote it into the script. It was funny because it's so true.
The smoking scene in the car, I didn't really have a huge part in it, but I love Ben Dempsey, and the kid, played a great best friend, and just his comedic style, his comedic timing, everything just made that scene hilarious. Like, I don't understand how you couldn't laugh at that.
I thought Ben Dempsey did a really good job when they were, when they got pulled over by the cops, but they were actually already parked, and I thought it was a really funny scene.
And what I really liked was when Kevin Horn, the cinematographer, took the shot where he's shooting into the TV and you see my reflection and you can see the smoke coming out of my mouth from there. That was kind of a neat look to it.
Offset, it was like complete ginger connection. We're brother and sister, day one. It's kind of a club. So when you're an actual, real, official ginger, you kind of automatically have to just be friends. It's regardless of if you like them or not. Although Ben's pretty cool too. So
Ben Dipsey is great. He's the funniest. I think he was probably the funniest guy on set. And I remember everyone looked forward to when he was on the call sheet for the day, so that we, just hanging out with him. He just lightens everyone's mood and makes everyone laugh.
A great guy, funny, always made you laugh, always had something funny to say. He set a great energy on set, and it was fun every day working with Ben Dempsey. Probably when he's peeing off the deck and the smoking scene for sure. He's hilarious. Watch out below. He's peeing. Don always gave 100%, acted with me. When I'm doing scenes and the camera's on me, vice versa, I would do the same for him. I feel like we both wanted to help each other out be the best that we could be. And that was what was pretty awesome about it. He was able to make something so simple look so elegant and crisp and like really fresh. And that was one of the great things of what he did for our film, as far as helping it, making it look very professional.
Kevin Horn, also a new face. He's a really good cinematographer. Hopefully I can work with him again. Now he's a new Facebook friend. And
I really appreciated Kevin's professionalism and Kevin's dedication to the craft. He was in it 100%, and he always wanted, best possible shot. Always made sure lighting was perfect, everything was perfect.
very, very good at what he did, and I definitely appreciate that he put so much hard work into it. It paid off a great deal. I mean, having a cinematographer like that does affect the film in a great way.
He really helped give the film the look it needed and kind of keep us on track with getting his cinematography, what he needed to do his job done well, really working with the style of the film and Joe's vision to create My Senior Year.
He gave you a full performance even when the camera was not on him. So he gave you the full performance while you were doing your scene with the camera on you, so you could do your full reactions to him as he was doing it, which is really good for an actor, I find.
beat him up, and then he beat me up. But it was a good time. Yeah, Perry's a nice guy too. It's too bad he had to steal my girlfriend, but maybe we'll do another film and I'll get to take his or something.
Working with Perry was a lot of fun. He kind of jokester, liked to joke around a lot, but he was really easy to work with, and it was nice having someone that could act like that in a scene, especially when I'd never done it before. It made it a lot easier to do certain scenes. So.
Working with Perry was great. He definitely took the role seriously. I remember before some of the more emotional scenes, he definitely made sure to lock himself away to get into the mode and just take it really seriously. And as far as being the lead of the movie, he took it seriously and he did what he had to do.
Shooting this scene together. We were actually shooting like our biggest best friend scene on the very first day, and I thought she was the makeup artist. So it, quickly I had to figure out how to click with her, and all of a sudden, 10 minutes later we were in love. Naturally, I mean, opposites attract, blondes, redheads, I don't know. We just clicked.
You're giving what you're giving into the character in the scene, and Sam, was able to take it and give back an equal amount, as far as the passion or the feeling in this scene, or like when things got really serious, just sort of making that seem real.
He knows what he wants, and he's able to talk to the actors in such a way to get out of them what he wants. The one scene in my senior year where I talked to Perry when he's on the bridge, when I was learning that scene, I was on the road for my day job, and I was doing it in a hotel room, and I'd be doing it over and over and over again. And the more I did it, I got to the point where I got just choked up and couldn't do it anymore. And that was just reading the script that he wrote, just learning the lines.
Joe's style, directing style. Let's see. Practice makes perfect. Joe is a great director. He gives you direction well, enough so that you can sort of take it and make it your own. If he wants this or you're not doing enough of this, he'll definitely tell you. You know, he gets what he wants, and it's his vision after all. So it's, you know, it's sort of a good thing to be able to work with someone who can see what they want. It's sort of like a visionary and can get you to get to that spot, you know, in his dream. You know, get that outlook or that emotion, that action on the camera.
He's just generally a nice guy, easy to get along with. It's really not a whole lot of pressure on set, and I don't know, really relaxed atmosphere, and I enjoy that. I really don't like when the pressure's on. You know, I think it really stops, you know, the creativity when there's a whole lot of pressure on.
I loved working with Joe in the end. It took me a few days to catch on to his style, but once I did, I could tell that he just had a really strong vision for each scene, and so we would do, you know, a lot of takes. Joe loves to do lots and lots of takes because he has such a strong vision for each scene, which I think is awesome. He's a director that knows what he wants, and that was helpful as an actor.
He was very motivating, kept us going, didn't keep us down, didn't tell us we were doing anything bad, which is helpful, especially when you're nervous for a certain scene or something like that.
No, Joe's great. He knows his stuff. He knows what he wants. Probably one of the most professional directors, producers that I have worked with. He is by far one of the best that I've worked with.
Working with Joe Carlini, the guy he knows exactly what he's doing when he shows up on set. He as the AD, there were times when I'm trying to push him to kind of get the shots he needs and stuff like that. But he's very deliberate. He would never really listen to me if the shot needed some more time. He would make sure that we had the time or schedule for another day to make sure we got what we needed and not sacrifice quality over getting it done.
I just hope it helps people live, be awesome and live their life. You know, if your parents are divorced or if you're homeschooled or if you don't have any friends, you know, you can make friends, you can overcome that, you can be outgoing, you can, you know, find a passion in your life that helps you, that you can channel to help you just be who you want to be. That
you could overcome. There's a lot in everyone's lives, especially teenagers, that they go through, and it kind of seems like, you know, I can't get through it. I can't do it. I don't think it's ever going to get better, but it does. And it's a movie that shows whether you're going through an abusive relationship, you have someone that dies in your life that's very important to you. There's a lot of bad stuff, but you can get through it. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's always something good ahead. You just have to stick it out.
When I first read this script, I was actually kind of worried because I think it's really, really hard well, the script, it really felt like it took a 180-degree turn. I mean, it was really the American Pie, you know, feel-good teen movie, and then, you know, the suicide takes place, and I thought, you know, that's going to be really difficult to pull off, you know, a complete 180-degree turn in the movie, but Joe managed to do it. A good message that it sends is, you know, life isn't always, you know, a bowl of cherries. You know, it can be really great one moment, and then things can turn around really fast. But overall, I I mean, don't give up. Don't give up hope, and you know, things will get better again. I mean, life is a roller coaster. It's not all going to be good. It's not all going to be bad, but you should really thoroughly enjoy the whole ride.